नमस्कार दोस्तों, शिपिंग पाठशाला में आपका स्वागत है। वेलकम टू शिपिंग पाठशाला। आई एम प्रोफेसर DN Maurya. Today I shall talk about shipping operation at ports. Shipping operation means the various steps needed to bring the ship to the port. To begin with, the first step is declaration of ETA by the shipping agent to the port. ETA stands for estimated time of arrival. Shipping agent can declare to the port, this may be 2 weeks in advance, 3 weeks in advance, sometime 5 days, sometime 10 days, depending upon the type of cargo and port to port, this may vary. So shipping agent declares the ETA to the port. While declaring the ETA to the port, he has to give the details of the vessel profile. That is, what is the length of the vessel, what is the GRT of the vessel, what is the NRT of the vessel, when ship was built, and so on. So these informations are submitted to the port in case vessel is coming for the first time. If the vessel is repeating, then this information need not be submitted, because port knows what type of vessel it is there, what are the things, what is the derrick available, not available, what is the length, width, how this can be berthed. So the port has got a complete information. Marine department for bringing the vessel, berthing the vessel, as well as traffic department for handling the cargo, they will have all the details about the vessel because they have performed the operation in the past. But if the vessel is coming for the first time to the port, then shipping agent has to provide the vessel profile. Vessel profile means he has to submit a document, that is the recognized document, to the port so that port can make out what the vessel is. That what we call is International Tonnage Certificate. International Tonnage Certificate is issued by the flag state. Flag state means the country where the vessel has been registered. The country of which the vessel is carrying the flag, we say flag state. So in this case, the shipping agent has to submit the tonnage certificate to the port, from which port can make out what is the length of the vessel, what is the width of the vessel, what is GRT, what is NRT, year of build, etc. This information is necessary because port builds on the basis of size of the vessel. Size of the vessel means on the basis of GRT, GT, gross tonnage. So depending upon the size of the vessel, the port will charge the various charges, port dues, berth hire, pilotage, etc., etc. So let us say the charge is something like $1 or $0.5 per GRT. GRT, let us say 30,000 ton. So 30,000 multiplied by 0.5, that becomes $15,000. So that is why the tonnage certificate is mandatory. International tonnage certificate is mandatory, on the basis of which port will assess the charges to be paid by the shipping agent on behalf of shipping line. Remember, charges to the port are to be paid in advance. There is no credit system. Moment you declare the vessel, port will accept it only after you make the payment. Now, when the payment has been made, then the window opens. Window opens means the arrival of the cargo can begin. Carting of the cargo can start, that is in case of bulk cargo, and containers can be accepted inside the port in case of containerized cargo. So container can come either by road or by rail only after the port has accepted it. It means after the port has accepted the declaration of the agent after making the payment for the vessel in advance. Now, after declaration of the ETA has been made, this ETA has to be updated on day-to-day basis. Once you declare the ETA, not only the cargo is permitted inside the port, but also you come in the queue. There are, let us say, 17 vessels declared before you. So depending upon what declaration you are making, you will be fitting there in the queue. You come in particular queue. So cargo starts coming, container will keep flowing, export container coming to the port after declaration of the ETA. Now this ETA has to be updated on daily basis. Daily basis means, let us say today is 12th July 2023. I have declared the ETA of my vessel on 31st July. So tomorrow 13th again I will declare vessel is coming on 31st. On 14th again I will repeat vessel is coming on 31st. 15th again I will repeat vessel is coming on 31st. So each day I have to repeat it that vessel is as per schedule. Earlier the ports had a system of having daily berthing meeting where all the agents or representative of the shipping line will come and they will declare the vessel. From port side, this was being presided over either by the traffic manager or by the head of marine department. So declarations were made by the agent in the daily berthing meeting. So other agents will also come to know by that one that who is coming on what date. So accordingly they can adjust arrival of their own vessel. Nowadays everything has become online, but declaration of the vessel on daily basis continues. Some of the ports they will say just declare the date, other port will say declare the date with AM or PM. Remember, you cannot declare the time, though you say it is estimated time of arrival, we cannot declare the time so much in advance. So you can say only AM or PM. So let us say I say my vessel is coming on 31st July AM, AM 31/7/2023. This will be repeated on daily basis till, or you can say just before 3 days. Before 3 days, then the shipping agent has to be specific. He has to say my vessel is coming on 31st July at let us say 1000 hours. The time has to come here because port has to plan the berthing of the vessel as per the time of the vessel arrival. Remember, the agent has to be very, very particular, very, very sure about the timing. He has to contact the shipping line and the master of the vessel who is bringing the vessel and find out whether he can reach so and so time or not. So after consulting the company and the captain of the ship, let us say I declare vessel is coming at 1000 hours on 31st July 2023. So that is before 3 days. So one day after, that is before 2 days, by declaration will remain same, 1000 hours on 31st July. On 31st July, again my declaration should remain same. Today my vessel is coming at 1000 hours. So vessel must arrive at 1000 hours. There is some tolerance given plus minus 3 hours, plus minus 2 hours, port to port. Because exactly at the same time, the vessel is not expected to touch the pilot station. So depending upon port to port, some tolerance is given that okay, 10 o'clock plus minus 3 hours. You can come 3 hours early or 3 hours later, but your time will be counted as 10 o'clock. Remember, if the vessel doesn't report by 10 o'clock, let us say 1000 hours on 31st July, 3 hours tolerance given, so 10 o'clock plus 3 hours, that become 1 o'clock. If the vessel doesn't report by 1 o'clock, so what happens? Vessel will lose the queue. Vessel goes out of the queue and it has to go at the end of the queue. So it is very, very important for the shipping line or shipping agent working on behalf of shipping line to ensure that the declaration of the ETA is not made false. You just do not try to get in between, come ahead of someone, declare it, and practically you do not reach. If practically you do not reach, then you lose the entire thing. You go just behind the queue. If there are 10 vessels in the queue at that day, your declaration will be taken on the last, as a last vessel of the queue. So always be sure that you declare the vessel arrival time only after consulting the captain, who can tell what distance is there, what speed is cruising, and what time is likely to reach. Okay, so that was this one. Now, after the vessel has arrived to the port, then the ship has to inform to the port, that is we call it tender the NOR, tendering the notice of readiness, that vessel has arrived. Now before NOR, when ship is about to reach, the shipping agent has also to file the IGM, Import General Manifest. This is mandatory as per the Custom Act 30. Custom Act 30 of Custom Act 1962. It is mandatory for the vessels coming to the port to file the Import General Manifest. This IGM will contain basically 5 parts, or you can say this will file in 5 sheets. First one, cargo to be discharged. Second one, cargo for transshipment. Third one, bottom cargo or retention cargo. Fourth one, crew baggage. And the last one, unaccompanied items. Items which are there but not accompanied by any person on board ship. So you say unaccompanied item. Crew baggage, that is something which is belonging to the crew, staff of the ship. So this is a declaration in 5 parts or 5 sheets, that you call it IGM. An IGM has to be filed with the custom by the shipping agent on behalf of shipping line at least 1 day prior to the arrival of the vessel at the port of discharge. Okay. So coming to the NOR, so NOR has been declared by the ship that okay, I have arrived at this particular place. It means ready to berth. Master will declare from the pilot station. See, when ship comes, this comes only to the pilot station, not to the port. Ship cannot come to the port directly. Master, captain of the ship is not allowed to bring the ship to the port. This can be brought to the port only by the port pilot. So, after coming to the pilot station, which will be roughly, let us say, 30-40 nautical mile away from the port, the master will inform the concern, that is to the port authority, their own shipping agent, to their shipping line, other concerned custom, that a ship has arrived and so on so place. So thereafter the port has to prepare to bring the vessel. Now after declaring the NOR at the pilot station, or maybe sometime before that, depending upon the berth available, agent at the port will know whether ship is coming immediately or ship is coming after some time because of some berthing delay. So the shipping agent has to file a berthing application. He has to go to the marine department either personally or online, depending upon the system of a particular port. He has to file a berthing application. It means he is requesting the marine department, that is the deputy conservator, head of the department, to bring his vessel to the port. Now after the application is given, then what happens? Marine department will allot the pilot. When pilot is allotted, the pilot will go to the pilot station by using a pilot launch for bringing the vessel. I will just show you with the help of a image, photograph, how the things take place, that is the bringing of the vessel to the port by the pilots. You can see this is the vessel at the pilot station. Now pilot boat also you can see, a small boat having a splash. In this one you can see is the ship, it is the vessel coming to the port, and this is the pilot boat. So pilot is there in this particular pilot boat. He can go and climb on the vessel and then take the vessel to the port. Sometime if there is waiting of the vessel, this ship will just anchor here. This can anchor for waiting there 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, depending upon the waiting period there. If there is no queue there, then vessel is coming straight, inform the port, and port has sent the pilot there in the pilot boat will come to the ship, alongside the ship, pilot will get inside, and then ship can be brought to the port by the pilot. You can see the next one. This is the year pilot boat has come alongside the ship, and here you can say pilot is climbing on the ship. This is how the pilot climbs. We call it monkey ladder. Very difficult to do it, especially when the sea is very, very rough because of roll and pitch of the pilot launch taking place. So pilot climbs there and then goes on board ship, takes the control in the bridge. Master of the ship, captain of the ship will hand over the control to the pilot. Pilot will take the control and bring the ship to the port. You can see the next one. This is the what ship has been brought near to the port. The ship has been brought by the pilot near to the port. You can see here, just side of the ship, there is small vessel, we call it tug. This is the vessel, main vessel, and this is the tug. Now tugs are used, they are very powerful tugs. very powerful engine. They are used to push the vessel toward the jetty, toward the berth, because ship is a very heavy object and maneuvering of the ship is very difficult. So you cannot have everything, all control, full control on the engine and steering of the ship. So pilot will take the help from the tug. He will keep the tug standby. When the tugs are standby, ship comes very close to the jetty, very close to the berth. Then pilot will give instruction to the tug to push it. Then marine term we say kissing of the tug. Tug cannot go and bang on the vessel, because again vessel is made of the steel. This may just get damaged. So we call it kissing of the vessel by the tug. Tug will simply push it. There can be 1 number of tug, 2 number of tug, 3 number of tug, depending upon the size of the vessel, length of the vessel, as well as the weather condition prevailing at that particular time. So vessel will be pushed toward the berth. On the berth, this will be simply tied up with the bollard. You can see the crane there. You can see this crane. This is the container handling crane, RMQC, which is mounted on the rail, and this is the boom. Boom is lifted. This is the raise position. Boom is raise position because ship is going alongside. It should not hit, crane should not hit the vessel, or vessel should not hit the crane. So boom has been lifted. After the vessel comes alongside, then boom can be lowered and cargo operation can take place. You see the next one. This is the vessel has come alongside. Now you can see here the booms are lowered. All the cranes, booms are lowered, and crane can work on the ship. They can load and unload the containers. You can see ship is now completely alongside. This side of the ship, you can see here, there are some bollard there. So ship can be tied on the shore side on the bollard by using the, what you call it, lines. What line? There is a spring line in the center. Then at the back side, you call it stern line, and then on the front, you can call it head lines. So by using the rope, mostly the nylon ropes, very heavy, very strong ropes, ship can be tied there. Tightening of the ship with the bollard, it means ship should not be able to move any side. Of course, towards berth this cannot go. The only possibility, the ship can move backward and forward. So that is avoided by tying the vessel with the bollard by using the, what you call it, lines, spring line in the center, and then stern line at the back, and fore line, head line at the front side. So ship can be tied there, remains there till the operation takes place. After operation is complete, then this can be removed and vessel can be free to move out. Okay, after the ship is secured alongside the berth, then the gangway will be lowered. Gangway is something like staircase which is lowered from the ship to enable the people to come inside the ship or go out of the ship. So after gangway is lowered, the first person to enter the ship will be custom officer. Custom officer will go on board ship and then check. He has to satisfy himself whether the things are in order. Checking up basically the cargo and the people, persons. If he is satisfied, he will give a clearance. We say custom has cleared the ship for the operation. Then the operation commences. Operation commences means unloading and loading. If the vessel has got only unloading cargo, discharge will take place and ship can go out. If the vessel has got unloading, loading both cargo, then first discharge will take place and then loading will take place. Loading of cargo or loading of container. After the loading, unloading is completed, then the shipping agent has to go to Marine Department again and file a unberthing application. He has to give a unberthing application saying that vessel is ready, now should be sailed out. So thereafter the Marine Department will allot a pilot. Pilot will go board the vessel, take the vessel to the pilot station from where he has brought it, and the pilot launch will follow the vessel because the pilot has to come back. So this will go to the pilot station and leave the ship under the control of the master. Master, captain will take control of the ship. Pilot will get down, take the pilot launch, and he will be coming to the port. And thereafter the shipping agent has to file the EGM, Export General Manifest. After the vessel has sailed out, details of export has to be filed with the customs similar to the IGM. Depending upon the voyage period of the ship, 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, EGM can be filed after 1 day, 2 day and so on so. So after EGM is filed, then you can say this is the completion of the shipping operation. We say one cycle of shipping operation is completed. That is all about the shipping operation at port. If you have got any doubt, you can write to me dn.maurya@yahoo.com. And those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe so that you can see the upcoming video without searching. If you have to search, you can go to the YouTube and search window, type Shipping Paathshaala by DN Maurya. You can see my all the videos. So with this, we'll see you next session. Bye bye.